Good morning, friends and Bitcoiners. Welcome to another wonderful episode of BCN Crypto Kickoff. My name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchum, the Educational Director for BitcoinCryptoNews, and I will be your host. So let's go ahead and begin the show as we generally do by starting off with our crypto shoutouts. First one is going to my man, Eugene Forrest and his lovely wife Sam and their show Bitcoin and Coffee. Thanks for always giving us a great shout out. Missed you all a lot this week, but I will catch up with you, or last week. I will catch up with you this week. Hope you had a great time at the Forbidden Kingdom, and I look forward to your shots, videos, and stories for your event with that. Another crypto shout out to our sponsor, Crypto Quick. Crypto Quick is an online directory and resource to find local businesses that accept cryptocurrencies. If you have not claimed your listing or created your listing, be sure to go to their site and do that. Also, let them know you found out about the show by watching this, or found out about the site by watching this show. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll start off by going over our disclaimer. The information provided in this show is for educational purposes only and is not financial or investment advice. For financial or investment advice, please speak with a licensed professional. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into our activity in Bitcoin. Last week in Bitcoin, that would be the week of February 10th through February 16th. Bitcoin started off the week at $3,695.61. Finishing out the week at $3,629.79. That is a $65.82 drop, or 1.8% decrease. All in all, pretty much the flat activity we were expecting, although when you're looking at the chart, it's pretty, up and down, pretty volatile. So a lot of activity going on. And particularly yesterday, there was another big jump in Bitcoin. So, we have a lot of things just starting to kick off and get rolling here. Overall, though, the week was relatively quiet, nothing too major just going on there. So we can probably expect a bit of an uptick going into the next week. So look for more news reports as far as what's developing with the legacy markets and their entrance into the cryptocurrency sphere. Now, what was going on last week in Bitcoin? Bitcoin started off the week at $8,616.13, finishing out that week at $10,233.90. So last week we saw a bit of an earlier run up, and that's more of what I would expect to see for this week. Just things starting to just take off a bit, get a little more traction. We're coming closer to the middle of the quarter. We're just passing the middle of the quarter. So people will start to get their mind as far as what the future is going to be holding, what they're going to be doing for the rest of the quarter, and things just start breaking loose. All the paperwork and everything has been done for the first portion of the quarter, so we'll start to see a bit of an uptick. Now, last year it was a pretty significant uptick because it was an increase of $1,617.77, or about 18.8%. Now, we did have these large 10 to 20% swings almost daily in crypto, particularly for weekly. It wasn't unfamiliar to see a 30% drop or a 30% rise. That's just the way the volatility has been in the crypto sphere. So we're going to see a lot more calmer activity. Everything for this year has been in the 5 to 10% range or below that. So last week this year, we only had 1.8%. So we can see more of that coming on. Now, based off what the activity we saw for last year with this big jump, I can see this turning around and being pretty similar to what's been going on for this year. So we can take that and say that we're going to see a bit of a upward tick for this time frame. So now, what was going on last week, or excuse me, next week last year? That would be the week of February 17th through February 23rd. Bitcoin started off that week at $11,123.40, finishing out that week at $10,301.10. And that is an $822.30 drop, or 7.4% decrease. A lot of the activity we see last year was, these up and downs till we had that final just downward trend for the bear market getting in. I think that this information is going to quite correlate to what we have going on this year, but the activity itself is pretty significant in the sense that these patterns tend to follow each other. So I think next week is still going to be an up year, or excuse me, up week for this year. But based off the activity we saw last year, we just didn't have the same activities going on. The introduction of the legacy markets that we've been expecting for a long time now is just starting to gain steam as we see the activity that's coming in from Fidelity, from JP Morgan, from Nasdaq, the New York Stock Exchange. We have a lot of stuff that's just starting to break loose. So I think because of that momentum, we're going to see a bigger jump for the week. So let's go ahead and jump into our quarterly activity. So for the first quarter of the year, that's going from January 1st through March 31st. Last year, Bitcoin started off at $13,625 even, finishing out the quarter at $6,973.53. That is a $6,651.47 drop, or 48.8% decrease. Overall, the first quarter of the year is a down quarter. We don't really expect much out of the first quarter of the year, so that's not a huge surprise. Last year, though, a 50% drop was far higher than anybody had anticipated. And, it just kind of kept going that way. We just saw that bear market beginning and settle in, and just that hibernating bear just didn't do anything else. Actually, we wish he was hibernating. That horrible attacking, thrashing bear was just tearing up everything. So that was the big slide. This year has just been more flat. So when we look at, before we get into this year, when we look at what was going on for the quarter to date last year, that would be from January 1st up to February 16th. We were at, 13,625. And then Bitcoin had finished at $10,233.90, which is a $33,391.10 drop, or 24.9% decrease, which, as I was saying before, is the halfway mark for the quarter. This was the halfway point of the drop. For this year, we're seeing about the halfway point before we begin to see an upturn, just as far as the expectations that I am looking at in the crypto space. So everything in particular, when you look at this chart, you come down to those, those sharp points. So when you look at it, you see the dip right about here and another dip right about there. Those are just, people just pivoting. Once the news comes out, the market's is really sensitive. So once it hears better information, starts a big jump, which is exactly why I think this year we're going to have a lot more jumps and a lot better performance because of the activity that's coming on with the legacy markets. Now, I do want to say one point. The legacy markets, I don't have anything against them, but at the same time, they have not been the most ethical. So if you're dealing with a snake, always expect it to be a snake. So just a little word to the wise. So now for the quarterly activity this year. Bitcoin started off the year at $3,746.71. It finished out up to this date, it is finishing up at $3,629.79. That is only a $116.92 drop, or 3.1% decrease. So now looking at that, this is just a lot of this slow activity we've been seeing all the way since last year. Now, it's just a lot of anticipation of what's going to be going on. We can also see in this year we have a lot of market manipulation, which is, it's crypto space, the Wild West. Before the regulation sets in, we can just expect it and learn to deal with it. I've noticed that a lot of it tends to happen over the weekends, so keep an eye out. Saturday nights, Friday nights, Sunday nights. Those have just been big movers and shakers as far as the giant swings up or down in the crypto space. But you can tell those as far as how to recognize them is just the sharp drops. You can see the Bitcoin's just twiddling along, then all of a sudden, boom, drops. That shows something that we have some whale activity, whether it's bots, whether it's a whale, whether it's financial players manipulating the market. Something, just recognize it, that way you can prepare for it as best you can. But nobody can know exactly what's going on, but hey, least we can do is our research and get a good expectation. So now we do have a lot of activity coming in, and we'll cover these in our top stories. But Nasdaq is going to be streaming live real-time values in fiat of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's going to be, a lot more introduction as far as the masses here after that. So be sure to look out for those activities as we get more mass adoption into the crypto space. So let's go ahead and jump into our top stories. As I just mentioned, Nasdaq confirms crypto indices coming February 25th. This is an article coming to us from Cointelegraph. Crypto shout out to Cointelegraph for posting this on the Twitter feed. So now, Nasdaq will launch 2 new indices tracking cryptocurrency prices on February 25th. The company announced in an update to its website February 12th. The indices that are going to be coming from Brave New Coin, the Bitcoin Liquid Index and Ethereum Liquid Index will offer real-time price updates in 30-second intervals for clients using Nasdaq's Global Index Data Service. So this is just more introduction of the mass adoption. This is what we're really expecting to see and what we love to see in the crypto space. The more people entering the space, the better we're all going to do, because they see the future of mooning, Lambos, and the whole paradigm shift in financial technology. Our next article is crypto-friendly Wyoming becomes the first U.S. state to give Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, and altcoin owners complete property rights. This is an article coming to us from Ethereum News. So crypto shout out to Ethereum News. Good job on posting this. Wyoming is the first state in the U.S. to pass a clear regulatory framework for Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, and other altcoins, setting the stage for cryptocurrency investors, entrepreneurs, and crypto-related businesses to flourish in the state. The bill allows people to hold cryptocurrency without the need for an intermediary to own digital assets and clears the way for banks to offer custodial services for cryptocurrencies. Now this, I don't know, I just don't know security law well enough, but it just seems odd that you need a law that says you're allowed to own something that they don't own. I just think that's weird, just as far as things go. But nonetheless, it's a regulation that the institutional players, they're looking to incorporate. And we have a whole blockchain coalition that brought it to fruition. So, I mean, it's great to see, because any mass adoption is also great for everyone else. The more people get into Bitcoin and see Bitcoin, the more likely they are to learn about it, start utilizing it, and expand into the crypto space. Our next article. Why is nobody mentioning that in 2013, JP Morgan agreed to pay $13 billion settlement for crashing the economy in 2008 through fraud and greed? This is an article coming to us from IOVROR. IOVROR, I guess. Hey, crypto, shout out to you. Pardon me if I'm butchering that name. Now, the financial meltdown in 2008 was not the result of ethereal enigmatic forces. It is a result of fraud and in the financial markets. The truth was initially hidden by politicians, regulators, banks, and the bought priesthood of mainstream economics. But despite all the lies, the day of reckoning has finally arrived for one of the most powerful corporations, JP Morgan. Now, the key to note here, JP Morgan itself just got into the crypto space by providing their own cryptocurrency JPM coin. So now this is the same group that in 2008, crashed the markets with their toxic derivatives, with their overlending, with their financial schemes, now entering the crypto space. People are getting real excited about this JPM coin, but as I mentioned before, these people are underhanded, unethical, and their only motive is profit. I love profit, by all means, but I draw a line as far as doing what I can to not cause damage to others, while these institutional legacy players intentionally cause damage without any consequence. I have no problem with a scammer or somebody that's looking to manipulate the market has consequences that's held accountable. But when you have a market that's specifically designed and underhandedly created, well, I shouldn't say underhandedly created, underhandedly used to hurt and damage the financial ability of the everyday person, just wrong, just wrong. And the fact that none of these people went to jail while the people that were hurt by it, many, I shouldn't say many, I don't know exactly how many, but I'm sure at least one went to jail while these other guys that were institutional and integral in creating the situation didn't. That's an issue. So we can be excited as far as the mass adoption and the activity from institutional players because of what's going to do for Bitcoin. But keep in mind, these are not necessarily people that come over to your house and you have dinner with. Just saying. But, just we always got to remember this because if we don't know our history, we're doomed to repeat it because they can bring the same toxic activity into the crypto space, so be prepared. Luckily, crypto's not controlled, so we can overcome that by coming together as a group. But keep in mind, they will have their schemes. So they're schemers. All right. Our next article is NYSE Arca Bitcoin ETF now under SEC review. This is coming to us from BitcoinNews.com. Crypto, shout out to BitcoinNews.com. The NYSE filed for permission to launch Bitcoin-related ETFs last year, hoping to launch 5 separate ETFs linked to both bull and bear futures contracts listed on NYSE Arca. Now the NYSE Arca exchange has filed a rule change proposal to list and trade shares of the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF Trust. The ETFs would reportedly be linked to the price of Bitcoin futures on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and Chicago Board Options Exchange. Also, provider Bitwise Asset Management filed an ETF application on the 10th of January with a proposed ETF tracking the Bitwise Bitcoin Total Return Index. So this is just saying they're changing the rules to make it easier for the Bitcoin ETF to actually come to light. So now we've been expecting this for many, many months, and it's finally starting to come to be. Now, we did have a slight delay due to the whole government shutdown thing, and hey, they avoided the shutdown this time. Although how good it really is for all of us, I don't know. I'm just doing my best to protect myself and my family. But we just have to know that this is going on. So Bitcoin ETFs are coming. They're changing the rules to make it more inviting and more open to companies actually entering the space. So, good on them. We know it's coming. Mooning just around the corner. So go ahead and pick out the color of your Lambos. Keep in mind. I'm just saying. But, we do have a lot of connection, and we're going to see more correlation between the legacy markets and the crypto space due to this introduction. So now I have a lot of people that, based off their opinion, was it was due to the CME and the CBOE and their futures trading is what created and maintained the bear market that we went into, which there's a lot of validity and a lot of ideas and evidence that can back that up and support that idea. So it's something that we really need to begin to overcome. And I know hodlers are holding on to their coins, but we need to get more liquidity in the crypto space so we can insulate ourselves and protect everyone from these schemes and this the futures market activity. You got to keep in mind, leveraging is what's really the big factor and player in all this. Because leveraging a coin 10x or even up to 100x, which some exchanges allow, just gives one person the ability to do whale activity at 100-fold. So we either have to get in and start playing ourselves or capping the limits. I'm sure there's some regulation that's going to come into place as far as the capability and the futures trading of it. But just be careful out there, because this type of influence is really going to be what's going to create the market manipulation and potentially hold back the growth of Bitcoin, which is what I really feel that is being done just so that these legacy institutions can jump into the crypto space. And our final article, Japan financial regulators requested to reduce crypto tax by economic alliance. This is another article coming to us from BitcoinCrypto.news or BitcoinNews.com. So used to saying my own website. Didn't mean to butcher your name, but crypto, shout out to you for the second article in our top stories this week. According to the said proposal, a progressive tax is currently applied to forex and stock markets in Japan. The tax rate under progressive taxation scheme is 20%. However, the crypto sector is taxed according to the general taxation system, which is 55%. The aim on this request is to bring down the tax rate from 50% down to 20% on crypto gains. Moreover, the association has proposed that no tax should be imposed on crypto-to-crypto transactions by FSA, which is, just awesome news. This is the type of, responsible regulation and responsible taxation that we'd love to see. Japan is leading the way, and hopefully we'll get similar bills in the United States and throughout the world as we create a standard of activity and trading in the crypto space. So, good on them for recognizing this and overcoming it. I know in the U.S., we have our capital gains tax situation, and with the capital gains, you can have, I expect around 30%, but there's some situations where it could be as high as 40% as far as the gains that somebody could donate, have given, or be obligated to provide for the IRS just with their trading activity. So be sure to talk with a professional as far as the situation. But as more regulation comes in and as more responsible legislators begin to look into the crypto space, hopefully our cooler heads will come to light and see that you shouldn't just tax the crypto space. Number one, it causes them to run and further break down the banking system, which it has its use. So I'm not completely against banking and legacy institutions. I don't want to be misconstrued like that. But at the same time, they didn't create it. You shouldn't be messing with it. So the whole taxation aspect of it, is not what I would agree with. But I play it safe. I take care of my taxes, just like a good little citizen. So I recommend everybody doing the same. Keeps you out of silver bracelets, because if they come after you, they're always going to take more than what they even initially stated. But good on the Japan Economic Alliance for getting that proposed rule change into place. So these are the top stories we picked. So if you have top stories you feel that should be on our list, by all means, reach out to us on social media and let us know. And we have a joiner in our Instagram chat. Welcome to the chat, LD Power Move. So hope you enjoy the show. And our next segment is our BCN 1 Minute With, where we take the time to learn about different cryptocurrency projects by giving you a 1 minute breakdown of the projects. Before we get into that, though, we have some crypto shout outs to do. On our Facebook, we have Jonathan Camillas. Crypto shout out to you for sharing, liking our videos. Seth Chambers, crypto shout out to you as well for sharing, liking, and getting more people open to different cryptocurrency projects. Mr. Chris Webb, you're becoming one of our regular supporters. Much appreciated. And a big crypto shout out to you for sharing and liking our videos. Now, I have been neglecting our fans out here on Instagram, and I will rectify that situation starting today. So we have a crypto shout out to a long list of people that support, like our videos on Instagram. We have Grass Poland. Thank you for your like. We have Iagon.official. Thank you for your like. We have Card Buyers. Thank you. Ethereum King. Crypto shout out. Zawiak. Crypto shout out to you. Mohamed Rahman. Thank you, and crypto shout out for your likes. Gresgor's Photograph. Crypto shout out to you. Thank you. Crypto Expander, crypto shout out. Thank you for liking the videos. Ascends Freedom, crypto to you. Ionics Tech, crypto shout out. Nita Q Ray, much appreciated. Crypto shout out to you. Bitcoin Club, crypto shout out for liking the videos. B Mining Store, crypto shout out to you. CoinVero, crypto shout out. Thank you for liking the videos. C Crypto Boss, crypto shout out to you. True Who, crypto shout out for liking the videos. JameTube, much appreciated for your like. And Decred BR, crypto shout out to you. So thank you all for the long list of likes, and thank you for all your shares out on Facebook. This is how we grow. This is what you do. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to spend more time for our Instagrammers because you all are my biggest supported community. So everybody else in the community, be like the Instagram community. Just saying. So on Monday, we had this show, so we share that. And I got busy, so I didn't share the show on Monday like I intended to. So I ended up doing that on Tuesday, so we bumped the coin for that. But on Wednesday, we did a 1 minute with Decred. And Decred is an autonomous coin governance project that gives holders voting capabilities. So that way somebody can vote just by staking or holding a few of the DCRs, and it gives them a lot of the influence, the same amount as the decision makers and project developers of that coin. So take a moment and get 1 minute breakdown of that project and check them out. On Thursday, we had BitShares. BitShares is a financial platform that provides a decentralized exchange with financial functions. So great project, has a lot of cross-chain capability. So take a minute, learn about that project, see if it's something you'd like to get invested in, work with, or support. On Friday, we had Bytem. Bytem is a digital asset infrastructure for cross-chain communication and digital asset management. So great project, allows you to really, keep track of and, do financial investing with your coins and playing around in the crypto space with that. So take a minute and go ahead and learn about those. So now in our BCN 1 minute with, we do a coin each day. So stay tuned for Tuesday through Friday for each of those coins. Check out our archive of other coins. There's over 2,100 different cryptocurrency projects that might be interesting and might be something that you want to support. However, if you're not a Bitcoin maximalist or what do they say, a Bitcoin extremist, I think is the term that we're being referred to now. So take the time to learn about those. Now, Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida. The next meeting is coming up on March 7th at 6 p.m. at our headquarters at the Butterfly Estates. Now, the Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida is the largest meetup here in Southwest Florida. So by all means, you have cryptocurrency enthusiasm, come hang out and talk with some other cryptocurrency enthusiasts. You can get more information on the group by going to our meetup at meetup.com and look for Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida. Now, the best resource I can provide for you all is consulting, live courses, and the training we provide for people that are new to the crypto space, people even in the crypto space. With our Bitcoin 101, we take people that are total noobs and show them how to get started, open their first accounts, and begin their life in the world of cryptocurrency. Our Bitcoin 201 shows people that just gotten started how to open up exchange accounts, expand their crypto portfolio, and get beyond just Bitcoin, because as I mentioned before, there's over 2,100 different cryptocurrencies out there. Our Bitcoin 301, 302 touches on the trading strategies and ways that people can profit from the crypto space. So by all means, reach out to us. Let us know if that's something you'd like to learn, and we can get you set up with a live course or an online course or a streamed course and get you trained up in entering the crypto world. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, as you see already, YouTube, and the other sites that are up and coming, Minds, Tribes, MeWe. Reach out to what we have going on in those areas, and we'll connect with you there. If there's another platform you're on that we're not, let us know, and we'll see about getting on that there. We do have referral links down here in the description below. CoinMom actually just had a hack, so I'll hold off on that. I don't want you getting in there and then blaming me because something happened or your information got compromised. But by all means, Coinbase, Binance, Cryptopia, Cryptopia has some issues right now just with their stuff because they got attacked lately. So don't join that just right now. Just wait a bit, let them sort that out. But Binance and Coinbase, they're going strong and protected. So by all means, use our referral links below to join those. And we do have donational addresses. If you'd like to donate to the show, help us expand it, grow it, and get more information out to help more mass adoption in the crypto space, by all means, drop a couple coins, tokens down there. It's always appreciated. So now, the crypto space is similar to the Wild West. But as we get gains, you've got to keep in mind, you have to risk it for the biscuit. Only way we're going to get ahead is by taking a chance and believing in a project that we see out there. So you find a project that you like, by all means, get into it, let us know about it, and we'll see what we can do to join you on your journey. So I appreciate you all coming out and joining the show. See you next Monday, and have a great week. Thank you, LD Power Moves, for joining us on our Instagram Live. If you ever have any questions, type those into the chat. I'll get those answered live on the air. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming out.